In the high-octane world of MotoGP, where milliseconds decide legacies and reputations can crumble in the blink of an eye, Ducati finds itself at a crossroads that could define not only the team's destiny, but the balance of power in MotoGP for years to come. The Italian powerhouse, once seemingly untouchable, is now fighting to maintain control of a narrative that's rapidly slipping away, as Aprilia's resurgence and Pecco Bagnaia's alarming decline create an atmosphere of growing uncertainty inside Bologna's walls. The drama erupted following Aprilia's spectacular double victory at the Australian Grand Prix, a weekend that exposed cracks in Ducati's dominance.
Welcome to GP Time. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.
What was once a fortress of engineering supremacy now looks vulnerable under the weight of internal tension and inconsistent performances. And at the heart of Ducati's current turmoil stands a single name that could make or break their future: Marc Marquez. Márquez's arrival at Ducati was nothing short of a masterstroke, a calculated risk that paid off instantly, igniting a surge of excitement, media attention, and renewed fear among rivals. But now, with the Spanish superstar sidelined due to his shoulder injury, the consequences of his absence are being felt across the entire team structure. Ducati's once cohesive lineup suddenly appears divided, its performance gap widening, and the pressure mounting to keep the 9-time world champion under contract before rival teams move in. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest that Aprilia has already begun subtle overtures toward Márquez, capitalizing on Ducati's moment of weakness. The Noale-based manufacturer, emboldened by its Australian triumph, has emerged as a genuine threat in both performance and prestige. Aprilia's RSGP machine is no longer the underdog. It's the benchmark of agility, balance, and mid-corner grip. And while Ducati's GP25 remains a powerhouse on paper, its real-world behavior has left its riders perplexed and engineers scrambling for answers. Pecco Bagnaia's struggles have become symbolic of Ducati's deeper issues. Once the pride of Bologna and a 2-time world champion, Bagnaia's fall from grace has been nothing short of dramatic. His consistency, once his greatest strength, has evaporated, replaced by a sense of confusion and frustration. After the Australian sprint, where he finished over half a minute behind the leader, his comments reflected a man grappling with a crisis of confidence. "Since Austria, I don't know what's happening anymore," Bagnaia admitted. "I try to ride the same, to feel the same, but the bike gives me nothing. I prefer not to think about it." His words struck a chord within Ducati's camp. The same GP25 that propelled him to glory in Motegi has now become, in his words, a shopping cart with 3 wheels. Engineers have yet to pinpoint the exact source of the instability, but the optics are clear. Ducati's once feared weapon is faltering at the worst possible time. Meanwhile, Márquez's absence is magnifying the contrast. Without him on track, Ducati's data pool is missing its most aggressive and analytical rider, a man known for pushing machinery beyond its limits. Fabio Di Giannantonio's brave second-place finish in Australia, achieved despite battling a high fever, only deepens the mystery. His ability to tame the same machine that torments Bagnaia proves that the bike is capable, but perhaps not adaptable to every riding style. "The bike was quite lively, especially in the fast sections," Di Giannantonio explained. "But I found something in my rhythm that worked. You need to trust the front, even when it feels like it's dancing beneath you." For Ducati, the challenge now extends far beyond solving a mechanical issue. It's a political and psychological war. With all major factory contracts expiring in 2026, the 2027 rider market is shaping up to be the most explosive in decades. Márquez's representatives are well aware of his rising leverage, and Ducati's rivals, Aprilia, KTM, and even Honda, are waiting like hawks for the slightest hesitation. Inside Ducati's headquarters, discussions have reportedly intensified. Executives are torn between 2 philosophies: maintain their post-pandemic austerity policy on rider salaries, or break tradition to secure Márquez with a record-breaking contract extension. With his marketing power, global fan base, and proven speed, Márquez is not just another rider. He's a brand, a dynasty, and a potential game-changer for whichever team he rides for next. Bagnaia's latest admission only amplifies the urgency. If Marc were here, he'd probably be on the podium, he confessed. Right now, I can't stop the bike from moving. It's not normal. Those words, while humble, carry a haunting truth. Without Marquez, Ducati seems to have lost its balance, both mechanically and psychologically. The once united camp now feels split between two worlds, one clinging to the idea of stability through Bagnaia, and another that sees Marquez as the key to their continued reign. Meanwhile, Aprilia's meteoric rise looms larger by the day. Their factory team, led by Alex Espargaro and Maverick Viñales, has unlocked a level of confidence that makes them genuine title contenders. Aprilia is no longer chasing Ducati, they're hunting them. And if they can lure Marquez with promises of a more balanced bike and leadership freedom, Ducati could face the unthinkable, losing their crown jewel to a rival manufacturer. The tension is palpable. Ducati's engineers are racing against time to fix the GP25's unpredictable behavior before the final stretch of the season, while their management team scrambles to negotiate a deal that would keep Marquez in red beyond 2026. Every lap, every press conference, every whispered rumor now feels like a turning point in the grand narrative of MotoGP's modern era. As the sport braces for a seismic shift, one thing is certain. Ducati can no longer afford hesitation. The clock is ticking, the rivals are circling, and Marc Marquez, once their greatest weapon, now holds the power to decide their fate. Will Ducati dig deep to secure their superstar and restore stability, or will the tides of MotoGP's evolution sweep them aside? The answer will not only determine Ducati's legacy, but the shape of the entire MotoGP landscape heading into 2027. Ducati's urgent mission is clear: saving Pecco Bagnaia from crushing defeat amidst fierce competition. In a gripping season marred by setbacks, Ducati has come forward with a bold declaration. Our only concern is to help Pecco. Those words, y'all, they really echo through the MotoGP paddock as Pecco Bagnaia, that Italian powerhouse, grapples with one of the most challenging phases of his career. After 2 consecutive Grand Prix events without earning a single point, the pressure is mounting, and honestly, the stakes have never been higher. Bagnaia's recent performances at Mandalika and Phillip Island have been less than stellar, leaving fans and analysts alike questioning what's gone awry with his machine. In a candid moment following the Australian Grand Prix, Bagnaia himself expressed his bewilderment, saying he no longer recognizes the motorcycle he's been racing this season. I felt comfortable only during the Japanese GP, which allowed me to secure my first double victory this year, he lamented. However, that moment of triumph feels like a distant memory as Bagnaia fights to reclaim his footing in the championship race. Describing the harrowing fall in Australia, Bagnaia revealed the mindset that led to his crash. I was pushing too hard to avoid finishing last. I have to accept the fall because I didn't want to see my name at the bottom of the standings again. I believed a top 10 finish was within reach, and I kept pushing. It felt better than my performances in Indonesia. This statement, folks, really underscores the fierce determination of a rider unwilling to settle for mediocrity, even when faced with adversity. Ducati's team manager, Davide Tardozzi, has echoed the sentiment of unwavering support. In an interview with Sky Sport Italia, Tardozzi emphasized, "Our sole priority is to assist Pecco. We are fully aware that the competition is fierce, with Aprilia and other brands stepping up their game." His commitment to Bagnaia's success is clear, highlighting the collaborative environment within the Ducati team. "There are no disagreements among us. We had a constructive discussion post-race about our strategy for Sepang, and we have some ideas to implement," he added. Tardozzi continued to instill confidence in the team's engineering prowess, stating, "Gigi Dalligna and Riccardo Savin, our capable chassis manager, will explore solutions. I believe we will attempt something new for Malaysia. While I can't guarantee we'll find the answer, I have immense faith in our technicians and in Pecco." As the countdown to the next race in Sepang begins, the spotlight remains firmly on Bagnaia. Will he rise from the ashes and reclaim his status as a top contender? One thing is certain: Ducati is resolutely in his corner, ready to turn the tide in this turbulent season. The MotoGP world watches with bated breath as this saga unfolds, eagerly anticipating Bagnaia's comeback.